Alright, this is Jazz, and here we have more of an informative gaming list, with some brilliant games that have already been released, and some titles I'm personally anticipating. So let's get started at number 5. We have one Crysis 2, which has actually been one of the better shooters I've played this year. Crysis 2 took a more linear approach than its predecessor, but managed to pull off a blast of a campaign, with visuals that pretty much left me looking like this. But it did have its drawbacks, such as idiot AI, some online troubles, and the fact that the first few hours somewhat lagged behind. The storyline and plot was not what it could have been, but the actual powers and customization were pretty refreshing in a saturated market. In my review, I give a solid 8. I spent around 7 hours online because it's different. The powers do not feel like gimmicks, and the actual jumping and parkour free-running mechanics feel a lot more solid. Overall, Crysis 2 provides innovation and some rather brilliant moments as a shooter. At number 4, we're looking at Faction Armageddon. For those who played its previous title Gorilla, every single item was destructible. If you think Bad Company's Frostbite engine was pretty cool, I recommend checking out this series with Geomod 2. You see this bridge? Here I'm taking away the vital supports, and without them, the bridge collapses. And here we have a rather big tower of some sorts, and without its foundations, it falls. You see, rather than only certain panels of a building being destructible, Faction includes every single particle and simulates real demolition. There's no secret barriers or invisible computer references. It's all real and totally unscripted. Now, from what I've seen of Faction Armageddon, this is not on the surface of Mars, but underground, in which holds aliens, different factions and enemies.
Hostile creatures incoming.
Of course there are!
Now, a cave is pretty dark, so you'll have flares in which you can light up all that glorious destruction. But my concerns lie with the fact that how can there be massive buildings on structures in a cave, as opposed to the unlimited open world of Mars? Surely that's not possible underground, but I've been told it is. And not all the game lies underground. There will be moments on the surface. So, hopefully Faction delivers that destruction on a bigger level, with a story that is actually existent this time, and combat that feels very satisfying. And the demo actually proved that it is.
Who will stop us?
I got my eyes on this game, being an absolute must-buy. At number 3, Infamous 2. Infamous shows a game in which being the hero is optional. You are going to feel like the all-time demigod, with a massive variety in powers that simply look amazing in play. Infamous combines free running with everything you could possibly imagine, with the idea being electricity is good and fire is bad. Infamous 2 seems very similar to the first, but much more refined. The story describes an average Joe Cole McGrath who receives a great amount of power and apparently is on a quest to seek what most men with power want: more power.
A beast is coming, a monster only I can defeat, provided that I am strong and ready to face him.
This is all a huge lead up to defeat the great demon called the Beast. So as from the footage you're seeing now, Infamous seems to integrate an almost button mashing experience, with an unlimited amount of ways to kill your enemies. Infamous also includes a feature that lets you, the user, create your own levels, enemy AI, and place obstacles and mission targets. For example, here we have Space Invaders. People will be able to download as well as create their own levels. The game will include a strong character-driven story, but with a different voice actor this time. Infamous 2 looks to set the bar for that superhero experience, unless of course Prototype 2 steps up.
Let's rock.
After a long 12 years, it's Duke fucking Nukem. Although this game is not going to set the bar for first-person shooters, and although this game doesn't provide groundbreaking game mechanics and graphics, I got a feeling somehow that won't matter as much as it should do. The game's emphasis is on that word, fun. Throw out all expectations of realism and accept the game as it is.
Know right where I'd stick him.
It's a game that's probably going to appeal to more old school gamers. Duke is back. We got some awesome dialogue and some flashy images of this. I sure as hell hope Gearbox do not hold back with Duke Nukem forever. I want to see limits being broken. I do not want to see the classic anti-hero Duke played down for children's mothers. Who's with me? The game also includes a multiplayer that currently I'm not quite sure what to expect from it. A mode such as Capture the Flag is called Capture the Babe, where players carry babes back to their home base. The babe will sometimes protest, and the player can give her a reassuring slap to calm her down. How awesome does that sound? There's actually been some resistance from women's rights activists, but it's just plain funny. But I'm guessing the game won't hit many benchmarks and earn a massive score, but it will be a game more than worth picking up, I can assure you.
Did you think I was gone forever?
And finally, at number 1, is a game I was most looking forward to this spring. That's LA Noire. If you've already seen my review, then you know what I'm talking about. Team Bondi set out to create an immersive, never done before, crime-thrilling detective gameplay. And the developers hit it spot on. And with help from those amazing facial expressions, its characters and story are simply top-notch.
My name is Cole Phelps. I'm a policeman.
But Noir does have its negatives. It's unfortunate that the game doesn't tackle anything aside from its cases, meaning the combat feels almost isolated and way too brief. There's no side missions or real concept of a free roam, as you cannot even pull out a gun in public. But the game holds great emphasis on realism. You really feel like the all-time detective that is Cole Phelps, and it's not surprising due to the fact that the developers got much inspiration from real past events and cases, and movies such as LA Confidential. In total, Noir nets a huge amount of gameplay that's both innovative, realistic, and most of all, immersive. This has been Jazz for JazReviews, and this has been one of my many top 5s to follow every single Friday from now on. Be sure to subscribe and tune in every single Friday to catch the latest upload of the series. But I want to know what games you'd have in your top 5. I want to see your lists, both the games you've played and you're anticipating, so go ahead and place your comments below. Thanks for watching.